If you're starting out with a small account or trying to rapidly grow your account, there's a specific type of stock that you need to be focused on. It's a small niche, but once, twice, 3 times a week, there's a huge mover in this market, and I'm going to tell you how to spot them as well as how to trade them. Hey everyone, lead trainer with StocksToTrade, Tim Bohen here. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell to be notified as soon as we drop a new video. We do tons of stuff, live videos, chart breakdowns, podcasts. We're even doing psychological videos, book reviews. Oh, there's just tons of content out there. I want you to be notified immediately. Ring that bell, and as always, share these videos with your friends, especially if they're interested in trading. It's a ton of free content. And as always, if you really things are starting to click for you, these concepts I'm talking about, these parameters, these technical indicators, these setups, these chart patterns, if it's starting to click for you, the best way to really leapfrog your path to success is to check out the Steady Trade team. Twice daily webinars, every single day, live and interactive. Check out the Steady Trade team, and I look forward to working with you soon. All right, that being said, what's the best way, the fastest way, the most consistently repeatable way to grow a small account? It's to look at OTC breakouts, okay? You may not be familiar with the OTC markets. They get a lot of bad rap. I admit, even myself, you might see me on some live videos here and there, or maybe on my Twitter. I'll admit, a lot of times I bash OTC, particularly pink sheet stocks, but it's for a good reason. A lot of the times people are believing the idea. You know, you get so many bag holders in OTC stocks that I like to kind of be, I kind of like to be a little bit of cold water on some of these people that are true believers in OTC stocks. Because the simple fact is, over time, most of them fail. Check out some of our other videos if you want to know what the difference is between an OTC stock and over-the-counter stock versus a listed stock. I won't necessarily get into that today. Today, I want to talk about setups and what to look for. So that being said, these are all short-term trades. That might be rule number 1. Remember, pink sheets, OTCs, these are day trades or maybe multi-day swing trades. These aren't multi-week, they aren't multi-month, and please, never let an OTC be a multi-year hold, okay? You will hate those years of your life. It'll be worse than the years in high school you spent being bullied, okay? It'll be worse if you hold an OTC for years. Okay, so what are we looking for here? Kind of the standard recipe we look for everywhere. News, volume, price action, multi-month breakouts. So let me take you back to the beginning on NVNXF. This is a huge runner. I'm recording in September right now, so let me kind of take you to my notes and what I've got here. Right off the bat, you can see at 9:40 a.m. breaking news, and this is something I do want you to definitely check out, is the breaking news chat. This is an epic addition we recently added to StocksToTrade. It's built into the platform. It's breaking news is actually an entire team of analysts. These guys, I mean, it looks like NASA, okay? They got monitors everywhere. There's a whole team of them. They're watching every chat room, every data feed, every relevant trader on Twitter. And what they do is they distill that down to only actionable trading ideas. Okay, listen. StocksToTrade has an incredible news screener. We can filter. There's tons of things we can do. Check out other videos. But at the end of the day, especially if you're new, or if you're part-time, it's hard. It's hard, even with filters, it's hard to really get down to the most actionable stuff if you're not experienced. You know, I've got a process, I've got a system that I use, but if you're getting started, there's so much coming at you. How do you delineate what is actionable news and what isn't? So check out the breaking news chat. Again, it's built into the platform. That's what I love. One of the biggest reasons I got involved with StocksToTrade years ago was I got sick of using 10 different pieces of software. I liked using one platform to do everything. I didn't have to launch everything. I didn't have to update everything. It didn't bog my computer down because I was running 10 different programs. Heck, there were subscriptions I would just forget about. It would be like, I'd look at my credit card bill 6 months later. I'm like, I'm still paying for that. The great thing is everything's built into STT. So you can see at 9:40 a.m., 9:41, breaking news says NVNXF put out an annual report, graphite battery play. They link to the SEC filing and then they give you snippets. So this is the great thing. You can go there and you can read that SEC filing yourself, but you probably got limited time, and maybe you don't even know what to look for in an SEC filing. So you can see from the annual report, Novonix battery technology was acquired in June 2017 to provide cutting-edge battery R&D and technology equipment. Today is Battery Day. It is, you can probably see on my clock, I'm recording September 22nd. This is Battery Day for Tesla. It's actually 1 p.m., Battery Day is a few hours away. We'll see. I'm actually kind of curious. Drop me a comment if you watch Battery Day. When this video will probably come out a week or so later. We'll see. I'm really curious. But anyway, Panasonic, Cat, LG Chemical, Samsung, numerous consumer electronic and automotive OEMs are potential markets for NVNXF. So we can see at 9:41 a.m. Let me zoom in on the 5-minute chart and let's get to 9:40. And you can see right here that stock does exactly that pattern I look for. It breaks that high a day as soon as the news hits. Stock's up huge. I mean, look at that. At that point that the news hit in breaking news, stock was up 100%. Most traders, especially people that aren't familiar with OTCs, might think, oh, I missed it. That's the great thing about OTCs. They're very thinly traded. Okay, if you're not familiar with that term, check out our other videos. But, NASDAQ stocks, NYSE stocks, much more liquid, way more market makers. When you're dealing with an OTC, they're more liquid. It's slower to move in and out. That's not a bad thing in this instance. Actually, it's better because what happens is the moves are more prolonged because of the fact that it is an OTC stock. So now you've got news. And then the biggest catalyst we're looking at is volume. You can see that first 5-minute candle is 1.2 million shares. Second 5-minute candle is 600,000. The stock trades 2 million shares by 9:40 a.m. When it normally trades, you can see down here in my analytics box, normally trades 300,000 the entire day. First 10 minutes of the trading day, you've got roughly 10 times the average volume for the whole day in 10 minutes. So now you got volume, now you got news, and you got a stock that holds VWAP. You can see this first 5-minute candle. Actually, let me jump to a 1 minute. We can probably see that even a little bit better. You can see when it holds. And even if, this thing was in play before breaking news hit the news. You can see this hold of VWAP, then that explosive move, and then, man, you could just ride this thing. Look at that. This is, when I talk about thinly traded, I don't know if you will ever see a NASDAQ or a NYSE stock that has over an hour of green 1-minute candles. Well, not over an hour. Sorry. Half an hour. So 30 green 1-minute candles. Not a single red candle. And only a couple dojis. Basically, every candle has a higher high and a higher low. That's the beauty of the thinly traded stocks. And you could be as late as up 100% at 275 and still have $1, $2 of upside. On a stock that was $1.30, you could be 100. You could be a doubler. You could be that late and still make $1, $2 a share. So that's the great thing about OTCs, the pink sheets. They got to be the right one, though. You got to have that recipe. Insane volume, okay? News, hot sector, okay? Listen, there's nothing hotter than electric vehicles right now. And what you want to look for, these guys are playing the game, okay? These guys are playing the pink sheet junk stock. It is not a coincidence, my friends. It is not a coincidence. They put this filing out, this news out, the day of Battery Day. Okay, who knows? I don't have any way to prove this. There's a good chance they were sitting on this news for weeks, months, in anticipation of Battery Day. So look for these stocks that know how to play the game, because that's where you can really get on these moves and catch these massive spikers to grow your account. Last point I want to make is this is also a really cool feature that we have, is that you can filter by ticker and only get the news out of NVNXF. So it's actually pretty slick. If you're laser focused, we now have this screener where you only see news on the ticker you're actively trading, or chat messages, Twitter messages. It's another great feed. I mean, we can just go to the Twitter feed and you only see tweets that are directly related to your stock that you're trading. So there's so many of these small tools that are so powerful though. I mean, breaking news, filtered by specific ticker, filtered by markets. I can screen specifically for OTC stocks. I've done I've done hundreds of videos breaking down these features. Be sure to check out the archive. I truly believe we have the most features out there, especially for people, traders that are short on time, which is all of us. I mean, but the simple fact is, if you've got a job and you got school and you're trying to trade and maybe you got kids, I mean, you need the tools to drill down to stocks like NVNXF. And again, if you can catch $1, $2 a share of upside on this thing, that's going to get you over to the PDT. That's going to get you closer to being a consistently profitable trader. And that's going to get you closer to being, maybe your dream is to be that full-time trader. So that being said, everyone, be sure to check out the Steady Trade team. We'll also link to the breaking news chat. It's an incredible tool. And check out the archive. Link, subscribe, check them out, and we'll see you next time.